Yeah, there we go. Always works every time. When I try using YouTube, it does this every single time for me.
It's annoying.
Oh,
I might have to find something else to start streaming with.
Well, you started streaming something else when we're doing the
That's just to record the Twitch. Yeah, we use Twitch.
twitch.tv.com.
Twitch.tv.com.
Oh, yeah, we're live.
We are live
So,
and live.
Say hello, fellas.
What is up, everybody? You guys ready?
Oh, born ready.
Yep.
All right, let me.
Can you get me back? Oh, wait. So, how do I get back to the...
Did you run?
Google Drive.
Wait, did he run that as administrator though?
It's on the bookmark right here.
I got it.
Did you run that as administrator, the Streamlabs?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Just before-
I'm not that stupid. I may be dumb, but I'm not stupid.
You're so stupid.
Yo, what is up, sleepers? It's your boy Eddbedhead here in the Sleeping Cinema, and today I have with me.
Backstab.
Oh, see, it's backstab.
It's
now.
been a long time since I've used that username, honestly.
Backstab is back.
But
to
yeah, we'll
stab.
use that username for today. It's Backstab246, also known as Sun God Volcarona.
Sun God.
Yeah, Volcarona.
Damn,
There's
you
actual,
Apollo?
there's lore to it in the Pokemon universe.
So you're Apollo? He's the god of the sun, right?
Well, the thing is, in Unova, Volcarona is heralded as a sun god because when basically
Oh, yeah?
in time
What about
in time
Sungaleo?
of darkness, it literally lit up the sky for a very long time, acting as the sun, keeping people alive.
What about Sungaleo, bro?
Well, I don't see that one saving people when they were in peril. Dude, did we?
I don't know.
Legendary Pokemon in the Pokemon universe are usually
Well, this became a Pokemon channel now.
Pokemon
Look.
podcast.
I know, right?
legendary Pokemon in the Pokemon universe tend to be kind of dicks.
Kind of dicks, bro. So you're perfect for it then.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
You'd be a fitting Kyogre.
My name is
Kyogre,
Xavier.
I'll take that.
Dr. Xavier.
Dr. Charles Xavier here
Whoa,
on
I
the
don't
podcast.
want to say I'm Charles Xavier, bro. That's kind of whack.
Bro looks like a
You're
discount
Professor
Wolverine.
X.
Bro looks like a discount Wolverine.
Bro, you just smacked the
I
camera.
saw that, yeah.
He just went womp
He's gonna knock
on
the camera over.
That was my bad.
He's gonna start a forest fire. In here.
Oh, a forest fire. So there
All
will be timestamps in the description of reviews, guys. Want to skip ahead to that, but for now, let's buy some tickets and grab our favorite concessions. So how's y'all's week been?
Mine's been pretty boring, to be
Same
honest.
here. Pretty boring as well. Just working a lot, you know.
So we had Monday off for Labor Day, all of us.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
We
What did
didn't
we do?
shit. We didn't do shit.
Not Labor Day.
No, we didn't do
just chilled.
anything.
No, like we didn't even game or anything together. We didn't do nothing together. We
No.
literally just did our own
Chill,
thing. Yeah.
bruh.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, like I said, I worked like just 55 hours this week. For
That's slower for you.
well,
Yeah.
I started bowling, so
Oh, well, he's a workaholic, too. We can't.
Yeah.
Every time he says he only worked a certain amount of hours, just know he's a
Yeah,
fucking
it's like
workaholic.
a billion always.
man, teacher sent me a video. On,
Oh, is it her saying, "Hey, yo, stop working"?
well, she understands why I'm working so much right now.
Yeah.
There's a reason why I'm working so much right now. But once I get done with like,
You're
because my
just
wedding's
gonna-
coming up in a month.
You're just gonna cut down to 60 hours instead of like 65. Fucking.
Well, I can't even work 65. I'm not allowed to.
That's because you keep breaking shit.
No. Even before that, they literally told me I cannot work past 60. If I do, it's I guess a OSHA
Company.
violation or some shit like that.
You
OSHA?
overworking.
Yeah.
It's against
bro.
OSHA violations to put you in a fucking crane.
Why?
Because you keep breaking shit.
I didn't break the crane,
Not yet.
bro. I'm not that reckless, bro. As much as you think I am.
Twice, bro. Twice.
The first time is a different experience. This time,
How?
because the first time I was trying to park something, and I had something tucked in too much.
It doesn't matter.
This time, I slid into a wall because I was going a tad bit too fast.
So they were both your fault.
Technically, yes.
So yeah, my point stands. Anyways, yeah. So our week, I feel like our week has all been pretty much the same.
Yeah, I
we
got
go
to
work,
play
come
Baldur's
home.
Gate 3.
How has that been for
I
you?
like it so far.
You do?
It's probably the most
I don't want like.
creative RPG.
I just
I've
want to
played.
know what you think of the one scene because it's interesting to see people's reactions to it. Like I have my moderator, absolutely hates that kind of stuff.
Oh,
so
really?
they don't want to see that, but I think they just encountered the scene and they
Oh.
were like, "Yo, what the fuck is this?"
It is definitely a rated M game. For people who aren't.
I kind of understand why they reacted the
it's
way they
meant for
did.
kids?
Well, I kind of understand why they reacted the way they did. In a game like Dungeons and Dragons, I don't feel like you need to over sexualize everything, unless that's just how people have been. That's just how it feels with this game, because that's what everything.
Dr. Pepper.
Because that's what everyone's been talking about in this game, is just the over sexualized stuff. They're not talking about the adventures, the
actual
action,
RPG
the actual RPG elements. They've just been talking about the
turn-based
sex.
combat, and there's a lot of different classes you can go into.
You have a lot of freedom in the game.
Yeah, definitely.
Like
it's
I said,
fun.
it's a game I would buy on the PC for sure.
Yeah, I definitely
but
recommend it on the PC.
I just haven't had time to game yet, so I don't want to buy something if I'm not going to finish it.
I want to get Starfield, but I hear that you got to have like a master built PC to play it.
Also, mine.
No, master built, like it's got to be like the top of the line. You got to have like the best parts in existence to play it.
You don't know what mine's built with right now.
You don't have a 4090, I know that.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm 100% sure.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I feel like you don't know what parts I have in there right now.
I know you don't have a 4090 because your PC would have cost like $3,000 then.
Hey man, no, me and Jesus work together to make.
No, you didn't. You don't have that. I know it.
It's okay, man. Just because he built yours.
I know you don't have it. You don't even have a 3070.
Just because he built yours.
You don't even have a 3070. I know you don't have a 3070 Ti.
Just because he built mine for cheap.
You probably got like a 16 something.
With that, let's take our seats and let's get into these trailers. Any new movie, TV shows, or video games y'all are looking forward to?
Looking forward to the new Pokemon DLC is coming out. Finally, it's coming out. The first.
Do you guys see that Ash is finally done?
That's been done a long time ago.
No, in the show they finally ended it.
That's been a long time.
I thought they ended it this week.
No, maybe the dub, but it's been done for like a couple months now.
Well, I know they dropped it in here in America. That's why Abraham's been waiting to watch it.
No, it's been done a couple months ago.
Like I said, he was been waiting to watch it.
So
here
what's
in
new in this Pokemon DLC though?
Not 100% sure. I think this
Bro,
one is more. This one's more of a festival DLC, and then the next DLC comes out in the winter. Is going to be about a new academy that is in the game. That
another school.
Yep. And they both look interesting to see. I hope the story is relatively long, especially since we're paying $40 for both DLCs.
Oh my god!
So I definitely hope that we actually
That's
get
almost the price of the base game.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that it's at least worth the price. You know.
Damn.
That's what I'll be playing this week, I think.
I'm excited for Mario Wonder, the new Mario game.
Mario Wonder? What the hell's that?
Yeah, it's a new platformer Mario game coming out. You can turn into like an elephant.
I think I remember you guys talking about that. Yeah.
Mario RPG remake's also coming out this year. Gotta put
when are they gonna remake Mario Maker?
They do. Well, they have two on the Switch.
I know on the DS, right?
On the Switch, they have the second Mario Maker.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, this Mario Wonder,
I don't
the one
care
with all the
about it,
elephants.
but I really don't care about it. But yeah.
Hell yeah, bro! I'm excited for this. Let's start with our first trailer. Surprisingly, Godzilla -1 releases December 1st of 2023. The reason it's surprising is it's set in Japan after World War II again.
I'm happy that they're creating their own Godzilla as well, because we have ours, and then now they're creating their own. So I'm happy to see. I'm excited to see where they're going to go with this one. Because I'll be honest, Japan's Godzilla movies, they aren't always the best in my opinion.
Well, they were made back in the day too. They're not,
then again,
like ours.
What the downside of what I just said here though is the moment I said that, I actually thought of an American one. So
yeah, we have some pretty bad ones.
Yeah, we have some bad ones too. My favorite one is I think Godzilla Destroy All Monsters.
From Japan, right?
Yeah, it's a destroy.
Bro, just go down, bro. As soon as
I think it's like 19.
Dang, how many monsters are there, bro?
19,
There's like 20 billion. How's the world? How's the Earth not exploded by now?
I think it's 1997, maybe. No, I might be thinking of a different one.
Yeah, we don't know which one you're talking about.
Anyway, Godzilla's back. He's back.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with it. And the Godzilla looks more like Godzilla than what we actually have. Like ours also looks like Godzilla as well, but this one looks like the original.
Which one do you like though? The one the American one or the Japanese?
Obviously,
one?
I don't know yet.
For the design, I mean, you get to see the Godzilla design already.
Yeah, you're right. They definitely have similarities.
It's a return to the classic.
Yeah, so you can see.
Isn't it like
I
the
like the
first-
spike a lot.
Isn't the first Godzilla like someone in an actual suit? And
I
then
think
just
so,
running
yeah.
around?
It is, yeah.
They just
And
have
then
close
the
ups.
This Godzilla
And then the
honestly
city's like
looks
a
more
little-
menacing than what we have, though it looks significantly smaller.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's a
I
baby
mean, look at
Godzilla.
that.
He's all burnt to quist right there.
Bro,
This is
I'm
our
scared.
Godzilla.
I'm scared, bro.
This is our Godzilla.
Our
right here.
Godzilla looks like a pet lizard.
And then
It
this
does,
is,
bro.
and then this is -1 Godzilla.
and that one looks like a monster.
This
yeah.
one almost gives me Godzilla like 29.9 vibes, or I forgot. It's like the future Godzilla or something like that. One that came from outer space.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're too much in the Godzilla lore.
Yeah, I haven't. I don't know that much
Yeah,
Godzilla
yeah. You
lore.
always have some. You always are into
I have
like the
I
stuff
have the
that.
obscure knowledge.
Godzilla facts.
Yeah, well, he's always into stuff that just like no one's ever gonna talk about until we come out with it. It's like, oh my god, I don't know.
It's like I
This
watched
is
that.
my region
I
right
read
here.
that manga 40 years ago.
Yeah, I know exactly like that. And it's like
It
this
was
is
on the
all-
back page of a random Japanese magazine that nobody read but me.
Well, you guys just never played the Wii Godzilla games.
Well, I remember playing one of like the kaiju games back in the
Yeah.
day, but I never got into looking up lore behind it like you do. I'm saying you get into like the
I
lore
don't know
and
if that's what it actually is or not, but there's like
Roar.
Roar.
maybe it's called Space Godzilla.
Well, look at that first picture.
I can't. Oh, the one right
Open
here.
up. Yeah, it's Spider-Man 2099, but
That's
it's a
actually kinda cool.
Godzilla.
That's pretty dope.
All right. After that, we got the boy and the heron.
The thing that Alexi's been hyping up.
Yeah, that-
all
Yeah, December
way.
8th, 2023. What do you guys think?
I honestly, I don't
This is
know.
the one I was talking about.
I
Right
hope
here, Space
it's.
Godzilla.
I hope it's good. That's all I know.
yeah,
Boy
I
and the
mean,
Heron. Where is it?
I
Right
just
here.
hope there's a story behind it a little bit more. Cause
I'm not. I don't know what it's gonna be about, but the animation style is just taking me back.
it's
you know?
nostalgic.
And it's very nostalgic.
well,
I'm,
it
I'm
is
all.
based off
I'm
of the
here
old
for
ones,
it. You know.
right?
Yeah.
Like the what was it? Spirit
Spirit
Away,
Away.
Princess.
Yeah, Spirited Away,
Princess
it definitely has
Mononoke.
Princess Mononoke, but those are definitely the Princess Mononoke and stuff like that. That's definitely significantly older.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's 1997, and then
That one was my favorite.
yeah, it's one of my favorites. But like
Mine's
this is
Ponyo.
definitely on the
Ponyo.
same.
Ponyo's good.
I-
This
I
is on
love
the
the
same
movie
page
Ponyo.
as Howl's Moving Castle and Spirited Away, and you can definitely see there's Hayao Miyazaki who made this and not his son. You can tell the difference between his son.
You should pull up his son's movie, the one that just came
The
out. for
Witch,
City. Yeah, the
something
witch.
Witch.
Yeah, that whatever the
It's like,
witch movie's called. I have no clue.
Witchcraft.
Witchcraft. Honestly, though, whenever I watch a Studio Ghibli movie, I have to be for it, like awake and like get good sleep. Because if I don't watch it when I'm tired, I will fall asleep on it.
There is a lot that happens and it goes all over the place most of the
Yeah,
time.
and it sometimes doesn't like it says it's not like a real like most of
Yeah,
yeah.
we're getting the witch. This looked terrible.
Dude, I remember when it came out.
Oh, look at this.
what the yeah. I know it looks so
I'm
like
scared.
And then there was another one made by his son as well called Tales from.
But yeah, whenever I watch like Studio
Earthsea.
Ghibli movies, I have to be 100% for it.
It,
It's
like
right
you
now.
can
We're gonna be
tell that
lost.
it has where its roots came from, but you can definitely tell it's not Miyazaki's style, not fully.
Was that a dragon?
Yeah.
Well, it looks good. It looks like a different art style.
It,
compared-
it is a little bit different, but you can see based on how the dragon is drawn and all like that where it comes from. It's definitely the same, similar art styles and all that.
just the
and-
people. Like to me,
So,
the people look
his
different.
son
for
made
sure.
this movie. It's not the best one, but I still enjoy it from time to time. It's a very slow, poorly paced movie, though.
Poorly paced.
Oh, very.
That's dumb.
When I say it's slow,
So the boy and the
It's
heron
slow.
could potentially be Miyazaki's last.
they've been saying that since about 2011.
So we'll see if that's
All right,
true.
What happens if it is though? Alex, you can start
then
crying.
I will be severely disappointed because we're gonna be missing out on this kind of.
Well,
like,
it's not
classic
missing
art
out.
style.
It'd be his great legend, hopefully, of a movie.
If this movie's good, it'll be a good one to end things on. I think.
there's this-
I'm wondering if he's coming out with a movie like this because he's trying to end the
This is
Miyazaki
the
legacy
end.
on like a good foot.
I like how I realized we glossed over something important.
What
was this?
The fact that the guy who for Smash Mouth,
Oh yeah, he passed away.
he passed away this year or this week.
stop.
Yeah.
I like how none of us brought that
His
up.
music lives on in Shrek and Cars.
Did he do music in Cars?
I'm on the highway, I think.
That
Life
was
is
him?
Highway. That's not him.
I thought it was.
no,
I said,
that's a
that's not
different
him.
group.
No, it sounds like him.
It sounds like him. That's Jesus' favorite song.
I thought he
That's
might.
a good
I thought
song.
he might have done the cover for it.
Maybe a cover, but I think the one they used in that movie was not him.
It wasn't him. Okay, it
Because
just
the voice
sounds
is
like
too
him.
high, in my opinion, isn't it?
But yeah, the guy who for Smash Mouth,
He
passed
did.
away. It's sad times.
But yeah, so I'm excited for this movie.
Yeah. Up next, we got Castlevania
Only you look forward to
Nocturne,
this one.
September 28th. Hell yeah, look forward to it. It looks so nicely
It
animated.
looks so boring.
The action
bro.
is awesome. And maybe new
I'm not
characters
entirely
simp
sure. To be
for.
fair, like I want to get into the franchise of Castlevania and all that,
Uh-huh.
but I find it hard to do so.
That's
I-
surprising. You love vampires.
The only
That's
vampire
the thing.
game-
I like it, but only the first season.
You know, I
Because I
realized the only
like the
vampire
main
game I like
vampire
is,
that we
like,
got introduced
Dracula?
to. I love Dracula now. Okay, I thought he was cool. His motivations were fantastic. And I just can't move past that. You know, like if I'm watching this and I don't see Dracula, like what's the point?
Well, it's a different generation.
I don't.
Yeah,
then
different
why not just keep Dracula alive? And
Because they killed him, I thought. Didn't they?
you
I
can't kill
think
my
he
boy
did
Dracula.
die. I think
It's Dracula.
I think he is dead. Yeah.
That's the unfortunate part, you know.
I don't
But you know,
remember. I
it
think I
is what it
finished.
is.
I do think I
I
finished.
do
it.
like this character, though.
Trevor, he was awesome.
That's
like-
that's part of the first 2 seasons, right?
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked him. He's cool.
I like I said.
Like, I mean, his fit is just
He's
pretty badass.
He's drip, bro. He's got the drip.
drippy.
Yeah.
I said the only vampire game I remember playing all the way through was Buffy the Vampire.
There was a game for that?
Yeah,
I didn't know that either.
Ain't no way.
Yeah, there's a game for it. I
Buffy
remember
the
playing-
Vampire
It was
game.
on the PlayStation, I believe. The Slayer, Vampire Slayer.
Was it good?
I played it all the way through and I
What
beat
did you
it.
play it on?
Again, it was on one of my old consoles.
No way.
You don't remember what
there was a
console?
Game Boy game
Xbox.
too?
Oh, it was the original.
Xbox.
There's a Game Boy.
Yep, I played
The
it on
original
that.
Xbox.
Yeah,
Yo.
I played it. I played it all the way through. I thought
Oh
it was
my goodness.
It was really fun to play.
This guy went back. Oh
Well,
my
no,
god.
dude.
I did not expect
No, I
this.
played that when I was younger, bro. I just grinded.
Look, this cover here actually is giving me Morrowind vibes. I don't understand why.
I'm surprised you didn't know about this, Alexi.
I didn't have an Xbox back in the day. I had a
Well,
PlayStation
no,
1.
even now, I'm surprised you didn't know there was a game for it.
I never watched Buffy.
I
didn't
know.
either.
No, I never watched it either. There was a game, and I was
You're
Why,
like,
why
I'ma
are you
play this
surprised I
shit.
didn't know about it then?
because it's vampire stuff.
You do love vampires.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not my kind of vampires, okay?
But it was a story game, so it was just like
They're not like the cool ones, like from
Hey, this was fun. It was fun. I didn't
like
have
from Vampire Survivors. Those are cool vampires.
like this one. There's no for me. It wasn't any glitchy part in the whole game. So, cause you know how some games when they based off a TV show or whatever,
They rush him.
yeah, they rush in and make it glitchy as fuck, or you get trapped. No, it wasn't like that in this one. So I'll get to this one now.
So vampires are back, guys.
Rawr.
And up next, we got the Bike Riders, December 1st of 2023.
What was this one about?
This was the one with the actor from Elvis, whose name I currently forgot.
yeah, I don't.
But it's about this girl who meets this bike rider gang. And
Is it like that? I thought it was like a whole like a news recording.
cast.
maybe-
Let's see what we
yeah.
got here for the
Austin
cast.
Butler? That was his name.
Yeah, Austin Butler, Tom Hardy.
Oh, Norman Reedus is in it.
yeah. I
Is
see-
that the
I
guy from
Isn't he
Walking
from
Dead?
Yeah, that's
Walking
what.
Dead. I've never watched. They have Michael. No, is that the guy who played Zod?
Oh, click his profile. I think it might be.
It
So
is.
there's-
Yeah, it's Zod.
So there's a lot of big known
You're
actors
right.
that
So
we
there's
just didn't
1,
know
2,
based off
3,
the
4.
thing.
This
They
guy
might
looks
just have
familiar.
smaller roles, is all.
Yeah.
This
This
movie
guy-
looks
this guy
boring
looks
though.
familiar too, but
To me, it
It's
looks
about
boring.
motorcycles and driving around. I
yeah,
guess
this doesn't look that interesting. I honestly, I'm thinking of his SpongeBob's Wild Ones,
Oh my
Mild
god.
Ones. You know what I'm talking
I
about?
don't.
I'm
I
thinking
don't.
about Sons of Anarchy.
Hey, I heard that show was good though.
I haven't seen it, but I heard it was good too.
But yeah, so the bikers.
If Jesus was here, he'd probably be like, "Yeah, that shit's so
All right, so
good."
I know,
man."
he
the
always
bike
watches all
riders.
the
Here, let me read
mainstream
this synopsis here. The Bike Riders is a 2023 American drama film written and directed by Jeff Nichols.
Uh-huh.
It tells a fictional story inspired by
Fictional?
the 1967 photo book of the same name by Daniel.
So it's made
Lyon,
up.
and stars an ensemble
It's
cast.
not made
and-
up.
Okay,
It's
it doesn't
technically
say
based
what
off
it's
of
about
true,
though.
like true
But
events.
it's fictional.
But yeah, it's based on a photo book, I guess, a picture book. Is that what they're trying to say?
I guess so. They turned the pictures into a movie.
That's interesting. They took a picture tell 1,000 words literally.
They were like, we're out of ideas. Let's just
look
make
at
I mean,
these
they
pictures, make a
are
story.
running out of ideas.
They don't have any writers. Yeah, they're just
do you
like,
not see
Oh,
any-
literally. So this is what we get because of writer strikes, huh?
Yeah, I say there's literally there's no good movies coming
But
out.
I mean, look at these scores here.
oh, there's pre-screens already? Oh, that's
Yeah.
for the trailer or what's going on?
It says I don't know.
yeah, there's
Let me take a look real quick.
Because the release date that I
12
have here
reviews.
is December.
December 1st.
Yeah, it was 12 people reviewed it
I guess
already.
I guess critics
critics
got to review it early.
That's interesting.
God, this movie looks so bad though.
It does look incredibly boring.
Bro, most like I said, most of the trailers I swear that
I'm
we've
sorry,
seen,
Tom
and-
Hardy, but I will not be watching
Speaking
this
of bad movies, we got Thanksgiving, November 17th of 2023.
That one was better than this one.
no, it doesn't.
Dude, I'd rather watch Thanksgiving and then
Thanksgiving. We're not talking about the holiday. We're talking about the movie. There it is, the first one.
not Cass. You don't need the
Same
Cass.
thing.
Nobody we know.
After Black Friday riot.
They only have
ends in
4 photos right
Hey,
now.
let me read this. Let me read this.
Yeah.
After Black Friday riot ends in tragedy, a mysterious Thanksgiving-inspired killer terrorizes Plymouth, Massachusetts, the birthplace of the infamous holiday.
Plymouth Rock.
Yep, maybe.
Spooked, bro. I'm spooked.
Bro,
Rick Hoffman. What?
Yeah, that's what I
Is
thought.
it, wait, who's he? I recognize him.
Doesn't he do, I felt like he
Cheeseburger.
does the album in the Chipmunks. Isn't he like the main baddie?
No. What do we know him from?
Oh, look at his
Suits.
IMDb.
Suits. That's it. That's what I know him from.
Oh yeah, he's the
He's a
evil guy. The evil
he's
guy.
the jerk in
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep. I know. I've seen the first season of Suits.
Yeah, this guy.
Yep, I remember him.
But this Thanksgiving movie looks terrible.
It does.
It
Honestly.
does,
Too.
man.
I mean, I don't know. We didn't even really get to see the killer all the way, but the costume looks kind of lame.
It was like
The
40
costume
seconds
looks
of a
like a
trailer,
mix
bro.
between Anonymous and with Anonymous with basically a top hat.
Dude, it looks like a pilgrim person.
No,
I got the
it's
sounds now.
literally a guy in an Anonymous mask with a top hat.
It's a terrible movie. That's all we know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's
looks
terrible.
terrible. Yeah,
Yeah,
this is probably not gonna go down in a good book for Rick Hoffman here.
you know, this might go down like one of the worst movies of the year.
Oh, you think?
The year, yeah,
you
probably.
think?
For at least this year. For this year. I don't know what.
This year has had some.
But hey, the good thing here though is because of the writer's strike, we're gonna get a lot more
Artsy-fartsy kind of
Well,
movies,
yeah,
I
that's.
feel like.
I'm not looking forward to the artsy fartsy movies, but I think it will be cool to see what we get, and this will be a good time for like upcoming actors and upcoming new people to shine in the light. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because all the big studios won't be able to, like, we won't have big studio
Yeah,
actors.
and
this time.
we'll a lot of people have a chance to live their dream and try to become actors in this time period. I
But with a
think.
terrible movie, I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, but at least their name will get out there, you know. And then there's gonna be big studios that are like, hey, you guys are on strike, so we're just gonna hire these guys to do the movies.
That could be the case because you think about roles. If they play the role, like I know there's gonna be a lot of shitty movies out there, but
Oh
at
my
least,
god, so many.
at least if we watch the character based off the characters and like the actors and stuff, and the role, they might play a great role. It's just wrong movie for them.
Speaking of terrible movies, again, I guess we'll keep it going on that. The Exorcist, Believer, October 6th.
Wow, that
feel-
one
alright,
doesn't look that
look,
bad.
no,
okay.
it doesn't look-
Okay,
okay.
I'll admit it doesn't look bad, but it's not on my list of things to watch because I'm sick of this kind of trope in this kind of movie where it's always
The
the little
Exorcist
kid,
movies?
where it's always the little kid that gets possessed. I'm just frustrated with it.
Well, it's
all.
because technically, in like, you know,
in the mythology.
yeah,
they're-
they're,
I get
kids
that,
are more
but it's
innocent,
still-
and easier to get possessed because they don't have a stronger belief compared to.
It's because they're easy to trick too.
You want a piece of candy?
They're gullible. Yeah,
Yes.
it's the whole candy and the van trick, but
Patrol.
with
But with demons, it's like
but with-
Pennywise.
it's
like you
but
want
with
this
demons.
balloon?
Yeah, it's like, hey, you want this balloon? But instead of balloon, I'm gonna fucking eat you.
Don't.
Gulp.
I don't know. The Exorcism, it looks way better than all the trailers we've
It
seen.
does. At
recently.
least it
I
does.
don't know.
look
Godzilla
better
minus
than-
one looks interesting. We didn't see much of it, but it still looks.
Bro,
better
the
than
only
anything else
part with
here.
the only problem with me with Godzilla, like I said, the voiceover they were trying to do, it just was not
Wasn't
matching
syncing
up.
up.
Yeah, just like what the fudge am I?
The
looking-
Exorcist.
Let's-
So when the first one came out, it revolutionized horror movies.
I never seen the first one. I don't think.
I
I don't.
might
think.
have. I don't remember.
But this new one looks like they're trying too hard. Is my
Yeah.
only thing.
What is that doll one?
Where?
You see you see how it says Halloween Horror Night?
Oh, that looks like
2023?
Chucky.
Yeah, I know. What is this doll that we're seeing?
Chucky in a
Chucky.
Saw trap.
Yeah. That is
Chucky
Chucky.
Saw trap crossover movie.
Yeah,
I'm
there we go.
surprised. Did we the trailer that we seen in the theater? Did we already watch that trailer?
Yeah,
for
we already saw
Okay,
Saw
yeah.
X.
I don't know if that was the new trailer or not. I'm trying to think.
No, it was
I'm-
the same one. Moving on. What are your guys' thoughts before the Nun 2? Before watching
I
it?
think most of us, I swear, thought it was gonna be
I
garbage.
believe we can speak for most of us where we weren't really excited for it.
Like even you remember when we seen the trailer?
the
like,
first
who asked
movie
for
was
this?
yeah, the
Who
first movie was
wanted
pretty
another
dog
Nun?
water, all right. And I was also
Nun
sick
2,
of it
more like
because the first time I saw
None.
the
None
first
what?
Nun is when we got to see it with the not the Exorcist, but
Conjuring?
the Conjuring guy deals with it, and the nun basically kills him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the first experience with it. I was like, what the fuck is this?
It's weird because we just saw a Conjuring movie. Now that there was a Nun movie.
And did you guys stay for the end credit here or no?
Yeah, we
they
did. Well, we'll talk about that later.
I was so confused by that though.
So am I.
So with that, let's get into the spoiler-free review. So spoiler-free review of The Nun 2. It released September 8th of 2023, starring Talsa Farmiga, directed by Michael Chavez, rated R. Plot summary:
I was saying,
1956.
what is the rating for this
France.
movie?
Yeah, it's rated R, surprisingly. Plot summary: 1956 France. A priest is murdered and evil is spreading. The sequel to the worldwide smash hit follows Sister Irene
hit.
as she once again comes face to face with Valak, the demon nun. What are you guys' overall thoughts without any spoilers? Bro, I'm scared.
Honestly, I forgot who she was.
You know,
The
what I
nun
think
lady?
about this is like I think
The
this
sister?
is the first
Yeah,
movie that they do more blood. I feel like
Oh,
compared to the rest of the trilogy.
It does have more blood, but I'm still surprised it was rated R because it wasn't that violent, you know?
It was. It also didn't have too many jump scares for a horror movie.
Yeah. Not many
The-
jump scares, not
the-
many kills.
No, not really. Well, no, like
I like how
was
this is more goal oriented as well compared to other most of your horror movies like this, where it's just a demon is killing us, we gotta get rid of it. But this actually has a story to it, and that's what
I
made
will
me like
say
this.
some of the story didn't make sense. I didn't really understand it, but we'll
I
get into the
will
spoiler field.
definitely want to hear what you had to say about that because I'm not sure what part.
Yeah, it was just a little weird.
It does feel a little shoehorned, the story.
I get the only thing I appreciate about this movie. It wasn't as slow as the first one.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
agree.
because the first one, there was
a lot of
way
build-up.
too much build up just for it not to be like
That's
as-
scary.
yeah, that's scary. Like this one, at least kind of like I felt like it was like. At least it was split evenly. I felt like it was.
Yeah, you got story, and then the next scene was
She
horror,
got a
and then
bad
Oh,
story,
case
and
of
then horror.
gingivitis, bro.
Oh man, she gotta brush her teeth.
Well,
For
guys,
real.
it's a they. Come on,
They gotta brush their teeth.
demons don't have a gender.
I
Not
guess
true. Have
technically-
you not Well, no, you're actually right.
They don't
Supernatural.
actually have a gender.
Yeah, supernatural. They can go in and out of anybody, so they can be male or female.
Yeah, exactly.
Same thing with this demon.
I know, but
Then why is it always a nun?
Because they said in the beginning, it takes on the form that challenges their beliefs the most. So that would be one
Well,
of their own.
Yeah.
they also stated that this nun used to be an angel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a
Way to spoil.
well, I mean, they said that in the first one, I believe, too, because they
I
remember.
don't remember that part.
Remember, and the guy opened up that big ass book. And he was reading. He's like,
All right,
"Oh, yeah,
look,
blah,
I'm gonna
blah,
be
blah."
real with you, bro. I
Yeah.
don't remember Jack from the
From
first
the
movie.
first
all
one.
right?
one.
I barely.
I thought Frenchie had died in the first one.
Look, you can tell me
You did it.
Yeah.
you can tell me a
wrong.
big plot point in the first movie, I won't remember it.
Do you not remember how they snapped the nun's neck?
No, I remember
Bro,
nothing.
what are you doing down here, bro?
Might be reverse sneezing.
But
He
yeah,
does
I
that
remember
sometimes.
nothing from the first movie, and I remember watching it though. You know, I remember that.
Like I said, when
That's
I
it.
think about the whole Conjuring universe, this is the only movie that I swear they actually go a lot more bloody, like more bloody and bold with their kills compared to the rest of the trilogy. Even the new one.
This is the
wasn't
second
as-
movie, right?
Yeah,
or
the new Conjuring
Is this the
wasn't.
second movie?
This is the second nun
Yeah,
movie,
this
yeah.
is
So we
Nun
should be
2.
getting one more then.
Potentially.
I don't know how, like I said, how they
The
end the movie. It doesn't feel like there's another one coming out for this one.
no, the way they ended it was the start of the Conjuring. I think.
That's what I thought, but again, I don't know.
Oh, what do you guys rate this Nun movie?
I'm
out of
gonna
10?
give this one actually a decent rating of a 7.
A 7.
I think I gave it a 6.
I'll go with 6 as well.
It was, like I said, it's a lot better compared to the first one.
I changed my mind. I'd give it a 6 as well.
What made you jump down?
Because I remember how bored I was at parts.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than the first one, but it's still pretty boring. I was telling Andy,
got
I
some
like,
slow
wait, you know
parts.
what? It got so boring that I put 3 seats down to lay down.
They take way too long to explain the plot.
Because like I had to go because all the theaters are taken all the seats are taken up, so I had to go
like
to
all the good seats.
no all of the seats, so I had to go to
Oh, your
Really?
show was sold
Yeah, I
out.
had to go to-
Our show was pretty fucking.
I had to go to
open.
Rivertown Mall
Oh,
to
man.
get one, and I was the only person in that entire theater, so no one was going to that theater because it was at 11.
Oh, man.
And so I got so bored at one point, I just put down 3 seats so I can lay down.
That's a
Could've
nice
been-
luxury.
if it
though.
was just, you could have been on your phone too, but like,
Oh,
we'll just
yeah.
scroll.
I don't condone it, but yeah.
If you're the only one there, then yeah, it's
I don't
fine.
condone doing that, but yeah, I was on my phone at times.
Honestly, you could do that. Yeah, you could.
Like that's how boring the movie gets at times. All right.
The critics for Metascore gave it a 4,800. Rotten Tomatoes tomato meter 45. IMDb audience 6. And Rotten Tomato audience 76%. So the average Wally score is 57.25.
You know, the only thing that's sad about that I'm gonna talk about that isn't related to it's our theater, like the seats and for the recliners are starting to break down hardcore.
Yeah, they're starting to get.
Because at studio, I swear the seats that me and Eddie had was
we're
like
pretty beat up.
they're already like really busted down. Like it's like, man, I sat down. I'm like, this is
Too many people sitting their butts on it, bro. Come on.
It's really busted. It's gonna be time for them to replace those, but I don't think they're gonna replace them anytime soon.
well,
will they?
Rivertown and South, the one right next to here, are getting recliners soon.
They
Oh,
are
are they?
finally.
They have that ad. I don't know if you guys seen it. It's just like $5.99 until you can recline.
Because those seats
Oh, really?
So yeah, I think they're
in
getting
Rivertown
recliner seats.
are so uncomfortable. Like my back was hurting.
Yeah,
all right?
but the reclining seats that they're buying aren't that great of quality.
They're probably not gonna be as good as what we have at studio.
No, like studio. I'm telling you, studios recliners are breaking down already. Like the
Really?
one I had, like when you go all the way down, it lops down further.
Mine isn't.
No, the
Every
one
time I go to it, I have no issues.
I know. Most of them I haven't had issues until now.
Maybe it's just because Theater 1's their most popular one.
What's
That's
their
the
biggest one?
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
use
it's the
for
most popular
everything.
one, so it's obviously the most used one. But
Which
I
that's-
still don't find any issues with them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The one row H is starting. I'm saying right now.
Plus, don't complain about having comfort, all right, bro? They're otherwise like take advantage of this while you can, all right?
Well, no, like I said, most of the seats I sit at don't go like that. It's just for some reason, the one I picked, well, it's just busted down now.
Go sit on a stick.
Oh my god!
It felt
With
like that. It
let's
did
get-
feel like that, bro.
With that, let's get into the spoiler-filled discussion.
Probably
Let's
these goddamn kids. They just don't want to sit down right.
Let's take an in-depth review of The Nun 2. So, in 1956, Father Noire and Jacques performed their daily chores at a church in France. While investigating a disturbance, the priest is raised in the air, set on fire, and burned to death. All while the kid watches as he holds onto the priest's rosary. So, what do you guys think of the opening scene with the first
The
kill?
opening scene was actually not bad. It was a very good, like I
set the tone for the
it
movie.
definitely set the tone, but I still didn't quite understand why.
The nun was back.
Yeah.
Why she back?
I was gonna say something, but that doesn't actually make sense because, like I said, this is a demon, so it's not like a ghost where it's locked down only to an area. So it kind of throws that
Yeah,
away.
it can wander
Because
around.
nuns can the nun can wander around. It's a demon. It doesn't abide to like.
I wonder
ghost
how it
rules.
splits its powers to be in multiple places, though.
Now
the
that's
Yeah.
an interesting. Yeah, that's an interesting
Because I
one.
know,
That's-
like, it technically took over Frenchie's body.
yeah,
so, like,
most
the fact-
demons don't do that. Yeah.
So it was also able to, will also be like a go later on. That's spoilers, but it was able to split its form multiple times in the movie.
yeah, so that's
But
not
this demon
demon-like.
isn't a lower.
Well,
class
this
demon.
was
That's
an
what I was gonna-
yeah, like you said. Yeah.
What?
You said the angel thing was told in the first movie, right?
Yeah,
So we gotta think this is basically a fallen angel, though. So
that's what they
it
said.
has
Yeah.
a bit more power than a normal demon.
Don't say this isn't a lower class demon; it's an upper class demon. That's why it takes.
It's not even a demon. It's a fallen angel. It's basically the same thing
But
as
it's
Lucifer.
not an angel anymore. It's a demon. That's what they categorize it. Once you fall from grace,
It's still an angel.
I don't know,
if you
man.
think about it, Lucifer, you can call him a demon if you want, but he's still an archangel.
So following the events of Saint, moving on.
Swiftly moving past
Swiftly
the conversation.
Following the events of Saint Cartha's monastery, Sister Irene now serves in a convent in Italy. Maurice works at a boarding school in France, where he has made friends with a young Irish girl named Sophie, as well as her teacher and mother, Kate. Irene had a vision of Maurice asking her to save him, and the next day, she's asked by the cardinal to investigate a series of deaths across Europe.
Man,
This is Irene.
I ain't gonna lie. The people who like the cardinals who like move up in higher ranks, they're some
Yeah.
bitches, bro.
They're like, you gotta do this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you like, go do my bitch work for me. Why I just sit down and eat this high class meal?
Yeah, that
like
was
when they
pretty much
showed it.
While they take a sausage to the mouth.
Yeah, dude, literally, like his meal was like upper
Big ol'
class.
steak.
Yeah, like meals of kings. I'm like, bro, why are you asking someone who's like lower ranking to go do your job? Go do it for yourself, man. You're the-
Because they don't want to die.
oh, so they're gonna be a bitch
They're gonna say
boys.
somebody else is
Yeah,
to
so
die.
they said someone else who's probably not as high faith as technically they're supposed to be. And
I
what,
feel like she has more faith than him because she actually's dealt with this stuff. So she has more belief in it than the
I
actual
know,
cardinal.
but
in
that's
this
what's
case.
so frustrating. Like the fact people with lower, they're like people with stronger beliefs in the system are like,
They're the lower ones.
yeah, they're
right?
lower class, and the people who don't have the strongest belief end up being the highest.
That's
tier.
where the whole thing, like corruption. If you're not higher up, that means you're not corrupt.
enough. I know.
Yeah. So the higher up you are, the more corrupt you are.
But I mean, it was wild seeing her getting shipped again to go fight the demon.
So while Irene travels to Tarasong, Sister Deborah, a young novice, joins her without her permission. So during the train ride, Deborah expresses her difficulty in accepting miracles, such as the real presence of Christ in the Eucharist, while Irene explains to her the importance of faith. So what do you guys think of the new character, Deborah?
I actually loved her. I loved her. She kind of saved the movie more for me.
Are you
than-
talking about?
the other sister.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the black chick.
Yeah.
Her. Yep. I loved her.
I don't know.
I loved her as a character.
This is another interesting trope that movies like this have when they're dealing with like nuns. There's always that one rebellious one.
well, she
you know what
didn't
I'm
even
talking
want to be a nun though. She was
I get that.
forced
Yeah, she was
into it.
forced to it by.
Her father was just like,
Yeah.
since your brothers are forced into like doing the army, go be a nun. Fuck it, I don't care.
But I don't
Oh my
understand why she or what she brought to the
To the
story.
to this
Really,
mo-
like she was purely a background character.
She was more for like the support. I felt like if something was going wrong, she was the one that was gonna save the nun, like the main character.
But
Like,
look out for the
yeah, like the lookout.
Maybe she's gonna play a role in the future. We'll see.
Like you know how like she was about to die. She came out there and hit the guy with the crowbar, didn't she?
Oh yeah, knocked.
Yeah,
dude
knocked him out. She's the one who saves the main character, but isn't used for anything else.
So we're getting the Akame got kill vibes from this, where the main character is the one that's not the main character.
Yep, I feel like.
So at Tarascon, Irene has a vision where she follows Jaquez into an alley, but ends up getting choked by Valak, the demon who takes the form of a nun.
And
The
then, this is where we see the nun's background, isn't it?
Yeah,
she starts to get
sort of. Yeah, we get to see what happened to what was the nun's real name?
Saint
Saint Marie or something like that.
Saint.
Oh no, this is where we get to learn about the relic and what would stop her, of like what the nun's looking for in the.
Yeah, so I can explain that part. So the next morning, Deborah tells Irene that she has to meet with Jaquez and had given her father's rosary at the same time in the boarding school.
No, not-
That's still a little further ahead, I guess.
No, I'm trying to find the character's name.
So at the same time, in the boarding school, Sophie is bullied by her classmates and locked up in an abandoned chapel of the school where no one is allowed to enter. The bullies tell her to look through a window with the goat on a mosaic and claim that if she looks away, the devil will appear and haunt her. The sun shines through the mosaic and makes the eyes of the goat shine red. So what do you guys think of the little girl character?
I thought they were gonna do a jump scene right there. I ain't gonna lie, but
It did come just a little later.
The only thing I had an issue was, like Antisha was pointing out, was how all these characters were more dumb in this movie. Like they were always doing something really dumb. Like, why would you do that? Why would you go the extra mile to do something?
That's what they were being haunted by?
Valak?
Valak. That's what the Wikipedia says, yeah.
Yeah.
The name of the saint, though, was Saint...
Irene.
No, that's the other
Oh,
one.
the sister.
The
The saint with
sister.
the eyes, without eyes.
Yeah.
Why don't you just look that up? Saint without eyes.
Yeah, well, that's where it's not like they were haunting. That's what they were looking for, because the eyes were representative with, isn't like God or whatever.
There it
Saint
is.
Lucy, that's
Saint
it.
Lucy.
That's-
Man, that's a creepy picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the whole picture thing, bro. Like, what? But yeah, that's what the Valak was looking for.
Yeah.
So the Valak could have power more in the realm, you know.
It's
That was-
because isn't
Again,
it
this
supposed
is-
to be like angel grace? That's what that is. The demon was looking for the angel's grace in order to gain more power.
And again, this is where we learn also more that Valak is a fallen angel.
Yep.
Again, like I was
So
stating.
what do you guys think of that scene where she first attacked Irene at the newspaper?
I
stand?
actually really like this scene.
This is
I thought it was very interesting the way they went about it. It was a little slow, but it was still very good
This
and
is a scene
very
that,
well done.
Before you came, they did like one of those if you get to the movies early enough, they do
Oh.
like trailers and stuff like that, like
Yeah.
the little ads. They had an advertisement. And the guy said that this scene took so many tries to do it because he had to look for a bunch of magazines to actually find
make the shape of the nun.
the shape and trying to get the right pictures and everything. Like they
Oh,
took
dude.
so long to do this scene. This is
it was really nicely done. Yeah.
I said this is the hardest scene they had to do, and this is the most artistic scene they did too in the
yeah.
whole movie.
So it's a little disappointing they didn't do more of this kind of stuff throughout the movie.
I agree.
Because this is the only scene that scared him, Tisha, too. And she knew that the nun was going to pop out.
Yeah, but it's
the
that
music.
Fear of, it's the fear of not being able to do anything either. Cause
Yeah, it's the helplessness feeling.
yeah, it's like it's building up, and you're like, "There's nothing I can do to stop
it-
this."
It's like
Yeah.
you know, but you can't. Yeah.
And then, like, even when they stop and, like, literally, that scene was, like, I swear, like a minute long. And it was our sister Irene, just looking around.
Be
and,
like, "Oh shit, I'm screwed."
felt
Yeah,
longer.
because she knows that thing's gonna pop out, so she turns her head to look to see if it's behind her, and then it goes back. It doesn't pop up, and then she gets closer to the thing, and then it pops
It
up.
felt longer than a minute to me, honestly, but
Well,
I think that was the point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
to build
so
up the
it,
suspense.
it was the
The
whole
suspense.
suspense.
It was all there. I liked it. It was
And this is, like I
so
said,
good.
this is probably the best, the most highlighted scene in the whole movie, honestly.
I don't know. I like how they showcase supernatural powers. That was fun to watch.
So Irene and Deborah traveled to Palais de Papes, so basically another church, to meet
Yeah.
up with a librarian who tells them that the demon they are investigating was an angel rejected by God, and that the emblem on the rosary is the family crest of Saint Lucy, who was martyred by a pagan. Though she was set on fire by the pagan, she miraculously did not die. St. Lucy's family rescued her eyes and dispersed throughout the world. The librarian suggested that the demon is killing the descendants of St. Lucy because it wants the relic, the eyes, which were last known to be stored in a former monastery, which is revealed to be a boarding school in the present day.
So this is where my question starts. Like,
All right.
if they knew the relic was there, why didn't they go look for it?
Which one, the church?
Yeah.
Because the church didn't want to actually let everyone know that there's an ancient relic there.
I don't think that's the reason. I think that's just a plot hole.
Yeah, that's just a plot hole. Because in the first one, didn't they like guard the blood of Christ?
Yeah, because that was what was used to beat her the first time.
Yeah, so they knew where that was.
Well, also the church, I don't
Man,
think the
it's
boarding
like-
school wanted just to let people.
But it wasn't always a boarding school. Before that was another monastery.
No,
I
it was a
said this
monastery at first, and then
Yeah.
the monk that had it had died just
Yeah.
randomly. Then a wine place bought it out.
Yeah, why didn't they like evacuate the place and get all their stuff before
Because
selling it?
I think it was a sudden death, and like the church didn't have enough time to like just
Send people
take
to get this important relic. That's
Yeah,
supposed to be
I
found.
know. It doesn't make sense in that aspect, but the church this is a church. Technically, church don't technically have money to do that.
You know,
They have so much money from.
you know, for
Technically, so.
you know, for people that deal with demons and know that demons exist, they sure as hell don't have
Yeah, because they have a whole
proper like.
they have a whole
Fighting
exorcist.
stance,
Yeah,
yeah.
They have a
because
whole exorcist branch. Like, why don't they send
like
any?
what happened to demons traps? What happened to all that kind of stuff? Like get pure substances that helps drive
Holy
them out.
water.
Like
Why did they
salt,
bring holy water?
Yeah,
Sometimes holy water in most of these movies and trilogies don't work.
Yeah, but the
Because-
rosary worked when she was
yeah.
praying.
You,
She's
all you
like,
do
"In the
with
name of
holy
God, stop."
with holy water, you gotta have a cross. You put it in the water, and then you gotta speak a certain chant in
But like
Latin in order
isn't
to.
like the, like, holy water only works so
Whole
much
fire.
because even when
Yeah, it does have limitations.
It hurts
even,
them. It
Yeah,
hurts
because
them.
even with like powerful demons like these or
It's better
entities,
to it's better
they-
to have a chance to stun them.
All
at
I
least.
gotta say is Sam and Dean would have killed this nun within the first 45 minutes. She would never have had a chance.
To get
They
her
would have
full
locked her
strength.
down and probably tortured her.
You think so?
Oh, easily. They just plop down in freaking demon trap, and she can't go anywhere out of that. She
Bro, I
can't
think
move out of that thing.
Ghostbusters would have did a better job. In like 4
Ghostbusters.
minutes, bro.
No, not
There's
Ghostbusters.
something
Ghostbusters
strange.
never. This is a demon. They deal with ghosts,
Yeah, but this is still
and
ghosts.
they deal with
They-
ghosts
they-
badly.
Yeah, they could have just get their ghost trap, bro, and just do that shit like
ghost
and
trap.
zap
This is
them
a
in there.
demon, though, not a ghost.
So Irene and Deborah go to school to find Maurice in distress.
with Sophie and
Who you gonna
Kate.
call?
Oh, did it skip the part with the headmaster?
The
Oh,
Headmaster
where the
Nine?
headmaster gets
Yeah.
killed
By
by
her son?
his
By
son.
her son.
Yeah, I think it skipped that part. But yeah, what do you guys think of that scene then?
I thought that was kind of cool.
Once again, there's times where like, yo,
Stop
it's
being dumb.
dark as hell here. There's
did
a
a
lock
nice-
there for a reason. You know that the lock
She's
is
the
there
one
for a
who
reason.
locked it though. That's the thing.
Yeah, so she
So
knew not
why are
to
you
go
going
there.
in there?
Well, because she heard kids laughing, so she thought kids.
If it's dark as hell and I'm just hearing some laughter when I know damn well the kids should be in their rooms, I ain't going.
What?
All right.
Creepy.
Yeah, but yeah, they should be in the damn room. The kids are mischievous. Like, you know,
Yeah, no.
no, yeah,
Look,
no.
If I'm in that situation and I know the kids are in bed, it's dark as hell, and I hear creepy ass laughter, I'm not risking it. That kid could
And
go.
then she still kept hanging out there after she saw her son. It's like, your son's dead. Why are you gonna keep
You
chasing
think?
him?
Well,
Yeah.
the thing is, once you see something like that, what do? Are you?
You
aren't
run.
paralyzed with
You-
fear,
you-
bro?
yeah, I
You
guess
run. If
Well,
you
she
know-
wasn't paralyzed. She was walking to him. She's like, "Oh, my son, I missed you."
Look, if your son
Ah,
is
it's
dead
just a
and you
weird
know he's
concept,
dead,
I
and
feel
then you
like.
all of a sudden see him, you're not about to like, oh,
especially
my boy
since
came
it's
back.
been years. If that was really her son, he was alive, he'd be older.
Yeah, and like, there's no way.
I
in hell.
think.
People just don't use their common sense.
Well, at
Rationality
that
goes out the
point,
window.
I feel like you're paralyzed with fear, or your brain just shut down.
The fear part I can understand, but this guy wasn't paralyzed. He was like, oh, my
She
boy.
wasn't paralyzed. Yes, I understand. I understand.
It wasn't. Who was she? I was talking about the
the headmaster's
the
the girl.
headmaster dude. No, that was not a girl.
That's a chick, dude.
no, it wasn't.
Yes, it is.
Was it?
Yeah, it was a lady.
Oh.
Bro.
It was an old lady.
So that's my bad. I didn't do that on purpose. I
know you
genuinely
didn't.
thought it was a
I
guy.
know you did it, but that's what I'm trying to let you. It's a girl. Trust me. Now it's a chick. It's an old lady.
Let me look this up.
So Irene and Deborah go to the school and find Maurice in distress.
It was
with-
the most brutal death, though. Too.
Yeah, she was just
Where's the
bludgeoned
cast
by.
list?
Her own son.
Yeah, and then had a giant hook fall on her head and crack open her skull.
See right there, Susan A. British or whatever.
Where?
The-
Whoa, father.
No,
No,
go
man.
up, go up 5. One more. There you go. That's who. That's the headmaster.
Madam Laurent.
Yep, it's a woman.
So Irene and Deborah go to the school, find Maurice. Yeah, so Irene tells Maurice that the demon is inside of him and is devastated by
boy.
the revelation, but is
apologize.
then taken over by the demon and attacks Deborah and Irene. So this is the big plot twist where it's like the demon's inside of you the whole time, and he's like, "What? No way!"
This is where they figure out that the demon actually left. though,
Yeah.
because I mean, we all know from based off the first one, the demon actually still alive because we see it.
Because we are not dumb.
Well, I mean, they show it to us, but they don't show it to
they show a
everyone.
flashback scene.
Yeah, they don't show to everyone else.
So before being knocked unconscious,
Man, what was that demon? That looks sick. Doesn't
Yeah.
it?
yeah, that does look cool. Inside the chapel of the school, Sophie shows Irene, Deborah, and Kate the game that are. What did you guys think when they had to fight Maurice?
When
he was
sisters
possessed,
get there, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, this is where the part where they show like
Is Maurice the guy?
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
the
main-
Frenchie.
Frenchie, bro.
Where they had to hit him with the crowbar on the
That's,
head.
that's awesome.
I
Like,
honestly
love
thought
that.
he looked very menacing when he got possessed, and the way he the way
I think
he
he
walked,
did-
it was very menacing.
I didn't think
enjoyed
they
that.
did the possession enough. Like I felt like they underperformed that.
No, I
aspect.
think they did it just right, because if they overdid it, then it
Well,
would
they
just
didn't even
become
switch his eye
another.
colors though, like to what the nun's eye
yellow.
color is.
It would have just become another possession movie, you know?
Well, that's what it was though. The nun technically took over his body, but it didn't do it enough. I felt like I don't think they should have conjoined like made his joints go the opposite way like normal possessions go. But like they at least could have
ain't
like
comfy.
they could at least switch the eye colors
You
to
said it's
show.
not comfy.
No, my ass hurts.
They could have at least switched the eye colors to the nun's color because they left him with Frenchie's colors. You know?
Yeah.
They didn't actually show that he was possessed. They just showed that.
They showed the blue veins and stuff around his body.
Yeah, but they didn't. I think they didn't do enough with him. But I mean, the whole fight with him versus the sisters. I mean, I'm surprised he lost that easily. But at the same
Yeah.
time, I mean, again, this is where we're talking about her holding the cross up and like
Yeah, using church powers or
using
something.
church the
Church
Bible.
powers.
Church powers.
The
bruh.
Bible to stop the nun right there and then, which is wild to see because the nun, I swear, has more physical and like supernatural strength than what.
Oh, this is definitely a souped up demon angel thing.
Well, yeah, but normally I swear the Bible never stops that thing from moving. So the fact it stopped it right there and then was just shocking to me.
So inside the chapel of the school, Sophie shows Irene, Deborah, and Kate the game the classmates made her play, and Deborah uses a flashlight to make the eyes of the goat on the mosaic glow red. The red light points the direction of where the eyes of St. Lucy are buried, and Irene finds the relic.
I got a theory for this. This theory is stupid as hell, right?
Yeah.
Just so take it with a grain of salt. But you know how they made the game was if you looked away while the light was shining, it would summon the devil.
Yeah.
They looked away when they shined that light, and
to
then
look
next
for
thing
the
we
eyes?
know, the devil was summoned. What if that was a defense mechanism to protect the eyes?
Oh, so like the church or somebody put it there on purpose?
Yeah, and so that if you looked away, try and find this thing, it would summon this thing, and it would just kill you.
But then why would they want the devil there? Because wouldn't he want to find the
That's
eyes?
why I take it with a grain of salt, because my theory, like,
I can see that working like that.
it's an interesting idea to think about, but in the end, it still doesn't really make sense because it's not holy.
Well, that's the point though, because you're supposed to be. I believe like that spot that they have the relic in was mainly like there's a lot of probably church like crosses. That's probably where you went to go pray, pray and stuff like that. That's probably why they never thought to look away because they were just looking up anyways. You know, only people who are avidly looking for the eyes to.
Yeah, and the
We're
people
good
who would
there.
be looking for it are obviously up to no good.
Or they're like the church, like the
Yeah.
higher ups, and they just want to put it in a better spot
But
this time.
to be fair, this time they weren't looking for it for the greater good. They were looking at it just because something else much worse was looking for it.
So, yeah. So Deborah and Kate are separated from Irene and Sophie to protect the schoolgirls from the demon goat. Under the influence of the demon,
Bro, they're under the influence? That's crazy, bro.
Maurice. No,
They're supposed
Maurice.
to be holy people. They're not supposed to drink.
No, oh my God, not that. Maurice is under the influence of the demon. He escapes and attacks Irene while Sophie grabs the relic and runs away. So the little girl has a relic now. Maurice chases after Sophie and causes the bell tower building to collapse. Irene finds Sophie inside, and Deborah reunites with the pair. So what do you guys think when Deborah and the kids were being hunted right there?
By the headmaster.
I
and
thought it was actually
everything.
quite nice. I love the CGI for the devil.
Bro, I honestly thought, like I said, the other sister made me laugh throughout these scenes because it, like, obviously there's two things going on at the same time. But when it panned to this group, it was more funnier watching the other sisters just like, fuck this girl.
I thought they
She was
deserved what
running.
they had coming.
Oh,
the
all
bully
these girls?
kids?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
hate kids like this because, all right, for example,
they're
Look,
scarred
every
for life.
time we get a movie like
Yeah,
this,
probably.
every time we get a movie like this, when there's like monastery and then there's like an academy there to raise up nuns and stuff like that. There's always that group of
group of kids.
kids who are just rotten little jerks.
You can say bastard. It's okay.
Bastard. Okay, rotten little bastards who are picking on girl. You guys are trying to be nuns, and this is how you act.
No, they're just at a boarding school. They're not.
It used to be a church. But
Yeah,
now
it
it's
used
not.
to. They're just at a normal boarding school. They're
Yeah,
supposed to have
but the
higher
vibes it
etiquette.
gave off is like it was like training to be.
Well, they're supposed to have a higher etiquette. That's for
but
sure.
Still, like they're rotten little kids, you know.
Oh yeah, for
Like,
sure. I'm glad.
Seriously, they deserve what they got. They deserved it.
You know what's funny to me is the big bully. She
Yeah.
sent her friend to do it. She's like, go
Oh,
check
yeah,
it out.
go check
I'm
out
not,
this
yeah, I'm
what's
not
happening.
going out of this bed. Go check
yeah,
that shit
she
out.
sent her to check it out.
Yeah, her lackey to go check it out. Her lackey's like, oh my god, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know why the lackey just didn't run back in the room and shut the door.
Yeah, she
For
was like you
real.
said, she was frozen with fear.
Yeah, that one was frozen in fear. But then when
That makes sense because she was a kid.
what did she send is that the same girl that went in the hole, right? Aren't they the same or no?
No, that was this one. The main bully
The
girl
main
went into
bully
the
went-
hole.
Which I'm so glad the main bully went in
Yeah,
that
look
one.
at her. She got grabbed.
Yeah, I know. Her soul left her body right
For
there.
real. No, her soul left her body. And look at her. She really acted the hell out of this scene. Look at that.
But again, with the other sister though, like her, just like, oh shit, I don't have any power. I'm just gonna run away with these kids and try.
Yeah, that's all she can do, pretty much.
I'm surprised she didn't outrun these kids. Like
She's probably trying to protect them, make sure they're all together.
I don't know. That's nice
man,
of
if
me.
I was a nun, bro, I would
would've yeeted.
That's
I
why
would
you're not a
have
nun.
left her.
I'm like,
asses,
yo,
bro.
I didn't sign up for this. I'm out of here.
Dude, honestly though, you can't tell me if you're a nun right there and then you're trying to. All these kids are like getting bullied.
Like,
You're not out.
I'm a nun, but I'm not prepared to fight a demon.
Yeah, that's, I'm saying I'm outie, bro.
So
Sorry,
Irene
see
uses
ya.
the relic against Maurice until he manages to hold it himself. He lifts Irene in the air and sets her on fire, but she does not burn as she realizes that she is a descendant of St. Lucy and is able to harness the same power associated with the relic.
So this is where I thought this end of the movie was so stupid.
Yeah, this is why I didn't really get, like, all of a sudden she's the daughter of St. Lucy or
Or
something.
a descendant, not the
Because
daughter.
it looked like her mom was the reincarnation of St. Lucy.
I don't. That might have been the vibe they were going for, but I think she just had a stronger bloodline connection to her. You
That's
know,
right.
like her blood just ran thicker than most of them, and it passed on to Sister Irene.
But if she had the power of the eyes inside her the whole time,
I don't know if that was the case.
Because the mother in the flashback, she said, "You have my eyes,"
Yeah, that's the case. 'cause that's
maybe.
I think that,
and that's how she was able to turn the blood of Christ.
My
wasn't
guess.
it?
All right, so this is
Also-
where
also-
we get into theory here, though.
But no, because you think about it, that could be that's probably the case because that's why she's the only nun with those kind of abilities. You
With the
see-
visions.
Yeah, see the
Well,
visions
yeah,
and
you
stuff
could
like that.
you could say that every descendant has the capability to do this. It's just that not all of them have the ability because the blood runs thicker in some families
Compared to others,
Compared to
yes.
others, you know, that's
That's
my
probably
guess.
why the mother was
Like maybe it skips a
considered
generation or
insane.
something.
Yeah, maybe.
Like maybe it skips a generation, like goes every other generation or something. It skips a couple generations, then eventually it goes
well,
back
either
stronger
way,
than
it's
ever.
kind of a plot hole that they wrote.
Yeah.
like didn't make too much sense.
Or they just-
It's like they
Or it made
needed to
no-
find a way for her
Just-
to be beaten, and so this is the only way.
yeah, they're like,
they
"Oh
thought
shit,
of.
we made her the nun too strong. What do we do now?"
Let's throw in a secret god power for a second.
Let's throw in that she's a actual descendant of God, basically, and make
Well,
it
no,
where the
just
wine,
a holy being.
well, was it holy angel or whatever?
I don't
A
think she
saint.
was an angel. She was just a saint. Yeah.
But it's like the fact
But
that
this saint was blessed with the divine power of the eyes.
Yeah.
yeah, so like we'll just throw that in that she's a descendant of that somehow. You know, let's just make it where the nut like Saint Lucy, Lucy has a
Yeah.
chance to fight back real quick. Even though the whole time in both movies, this one and the first one, they make her seem already overpowered,
She definitely.
and she's not even a freaking high-ranking.
She's very brave. I'll give her that.
She's not even a high-ranking official or anything, like a higher nun or anything. She's
Yeah.
just still a bottom tier nun, which is funny to
Yeah.
me.
I think maybe. Yeah, that is weird. I wonder if she chose to stay at the bottom or They forced her to.
I feel like they forced her because if they make her any higher official nun, then
Personally-
they can't use her for more than what.
Work.
Yeah, more
Personally,
work
I'm
stuff.
not really like I don't care.
Oh, okay.
You don't care.
No, I mean for
Well,
this,
it also makes plot holes because at the beginning they were like talking about how the priest who was in the beginning of the first movie
He
was
died.
promoted
Yeah.
before he died, and then Irene here just stayed in the same position.
Yeah, that's why. That's why it makes no sense.
So Irene and Deborah begin to pray words of institution used by the Christian celebrations, and barrels of wine present at the former monastery become the blood of Christ. As the blood of Christ soaks Valak, the demon perishes and is stamped back to hell.
See, and this is where also because with the Conjuring movie, it makes no sense then because how does Valak come back to life?
it's not that they came back to life; they banish it. So demons don't die unless you actually find a way to kill it. There are ways to kill demons, but I don't know. I don't think that really works in this movie because I'm only thinking of supernatural here. All right.
Yeah, but Valak looked like she died in this
No,
movie.
they just banished. Just banished.
So what are you guys' final ratings for this movie?
I'll keep it at a 6.
Yeah, for me, I'm still at a 6 with that.
So with that, check out the previous podcast. If you enjoyed this one, oh wait, one more thing. End credit scene. What did you guys think?
Is this like the start of that one Conjuring movie where he dies, or what? This is what I'm not understanding.
Yeah, I don't know. I never looked into it. I
Or is
didn't,
this
either.
going to be like a movie before he dies?
like, is this finally? We're finally gonna get Frenchie's movie, you know, because we've seen so many clips of it, but never get the movie for him. Yeah.
Wait, so what movie does he die in? Do you remember?
Like they show a clip of him, the possession, but we don't actually see him.
Not
fight
the French
it.
guy.
Which one?
The end credit scene.
With the family, what is the name of the
I
family
forgot.
from The Conjuring, the one we just saw,
Aren't they? They
the
already.
Red Door or whatever.
Yeah, don't they already have another movie lined up for him coming out for the Conjuring movie?
Probably. I don't think that series is ever gonna stop.
There's got to be a time.
The Warren family.
Yeah.
The So-
Warren family.
Is it? Aren't they making another one where this is the last one where Ed's gonna die?
Warren dies none.
No, there you
Yeah,
go.
let's
That's
look
how
this
it
real
breaks
quick.
down. Here's the
Um,
breakdown for
no.
it.
Here's the breakdown.
It is the Warren, right?
Yeah,
it
it's
is the Warren.
yeah.
Yeah.
How does the Nun 2 tie into the Conjuring universe? Go back. You were on it.
Where?
You were getting close, yeah. That article
Click on
again.
it, dog.
Go down. You were just on this section. One more. That one. How does the
Okay, so
Nun 2
the Nun 2 is the 9th overall installment in the Conjuring. The 9th
Yeah, bro.
overall installment in the Conjuring franchise, but the third chronological with the Nun movies intended to serve as something of a prequel to the events of the Conjuring series. So I was right. This is a prequel. But the Conjuring stars and married the demonologist Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Yeah.
I have also already had their own encounter with Valak in the Conjuring 2. So it's Conjuring 2. Set in 1987, the Conjuring movie sees the Warren travel to England, help family being tormented by poltergeists in their Enfield council house. However, the opening scene takes place in an infamous Amityville house where Lorraine is drawn into a vision during a seance in which she directly encounters Valak for the first time.
So it doesn't explain how Valak comes back.
But Valak kills the Warrens and eventually discovers that Valak has been behind the family's haunting all along. She manages to prevent Ed's death and banish Valak to hell by addressing the demon directly in name and gain dominion over it.
So it doesn't actually.
We know from the first Nun movie that at some point prior to the events of Conjuring 2, Warren performed an exorcism on a possessed Maurice, indicating that he seemingly still hasn't fully escaped Valak's clutches. By the end of the Nun 2,
Oh, so there might be another movie
this
with
encounter
Frenchie.
is hinted by, but doesn't he die? I swear I saw him get killed by her.
No, and then this what they're talking about. He dies in the possession. That's what they talk about because that's how Lauren sees the nun.
Yeah, one second. None kills.
We're so into this
one.
universe right now.
This is getting too lore heavy.
Because we don't know how.
Check out our previous podcast. If you enjoyed this one so far, we upload new episodes weekly. Also, check out our Patreon and help us greatly appreciated. Now, time for content we've seen this week. What are some shows or movies y'all watched?
You guys keep talking. I'm gonna find this shit.
I watched a new episode of Hell of a Boss.
I did too. What did you think?
Like I said, it was okay. It's not like what I'm used to. I think it was too. It's not what I was looking forward to for an episode. I like.
It's not the main cast this time. Not
But
really.
I do like that we're learning more and more about the main boss.
Blitzo. His
Wait.
background.
Well, hold up. Does she marry into the Warren family? The priest?
Irene?
Yeah, Irene.
She's not supposed to.
'Cause
That means she left the church if she did that.
Because that's her. Isn't it?
I think so.
It's not making sense now.
I'm so lost now. What the fuck?
This is something you have to do.
All right,
your
I'm
research.
too curious now. Yeah,
Yeah, you
like,
have to do
look at
your
her. She's right
research.
here.
Do
Irene.
your research later, bro. Right now we're skipping through this.
I'm sorry.
How is she still young?
She's not. Well, and obviously this is an actor, so that's different.
They
but-
must have found a lookalike.
Maybe it's her daughter.
Maybe.
Anyway, yeah. So Hell of a Boss. At least they're giving us more lore, and it's kind of
All right, I'm curious now.
potentially setting up the relationship between.
This is
Blitzo.
getting
And
good,
everyone-
actually. This is actually getting
story,
good
you
now.
know?
I wasn't expecting to get into it this deep
But,
right
and then
now.
like another thing I watched, I finished the live action One Piece. Actually, I
did?
know.
What'd you think?
I watched a little bit more.
I
yeah.
did not enjoy it.
You didn't like
I didn't
One
I'm
like
on
it.
episode 7.
I thought it was still boring, and I'm not looking forward to them making a season 2 for it.
I am looking forward to this.
I'm
still.
on the episode where Arlong takes over. What is it?
The
Coco
Baratier?
Island.
Yeah.
Where Nami basically looks for the treasure to pay to
I get what you're
Arlong.
saying. Yep.
Yeah.
I
Like I
forget
said-
the island's name.
And the thing is, like, the live action, I get it. They're trying to rush through so many episodes, but since they're rushing through it, Alexi, I'm not a fan of that.
I still felt the emotion of Nami when.
Well, for the end,
Yeah,
Like, I feel
where,
it. I felt that.
Like it was. It
I
felt
feel
real,
like,
right?
I still feel like Sanji's character is like they're not showing enough of him.
Oh, they're underwhelming.
I'm
him?
wondering how
Yeah.
they're gonna deal with Sanji though, because Sanji is a like.
I don't like-
He's like he needs to be in jail basically kind of character because of how pervy he is and like
Oh, man.
Dude, they mellowed him out. I realized. So
That's what I'm
this,
saying.
they
He's got, like,
definitely
no
mellowed him out
character in
because
this
he's
season.
so sophisticated here. Like he obviously is still a gentleman. And he's like, "Yo, Nami, you're kind of sexy as fuck," kind of situation. He doesn't say that obviously, but that you can see it. That's how he's acting a little bit. But they mellowed him out so much. Like
It's
they
not even
can't.
fun.
They literally can't portray him like they do in the anime because
Bro,
it's so bad.
like I said, most of the live action doesn't feel any fun to me.
Yeah, it does
They-
feel like
They
the
just-
reason why it
they're
feels that
trying
way to
too
me.
hard for me.
No, the reason why it feels that way to me is because Luffy's character, the actor, he is trying too hard to
There we go.
be
Just making
this
sure we're still alive.
fun-loving character, but you can tell how hard he tries, and it kind of misses the mark when he's doing that, in my opinion.
I know they make like again, and
But
in the one-
Usopp's characters, all the characters, to an extent, slightly missed the mark. With the
I don't know.
except
Roro Zoro, he's pretty. The guy they cast for him,
Zoro's pretty
Zoro was good, especially when he fought.
I do like Usopp.
Usopp was all right, but
I
they
feel
also
like-
slightly missed the mark. So the
Yeah.
ones that hit the mark are actually the ones that aren't like super important right away. So Clawdor, which is the captain of the
Black
Cat Pirates, yeah, Captain Kuro. And then we have our Kobe. He's pretty good.
That's you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that is Alexi.
There's also Helmeppo. He's not the best, but we also don't see too much from him
the
in the
only
background.
thing.
So
The
I
only
think he's
character I
doing
don't
good.
like is Luffy's grandpa, Growl.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't-
not.
I don't like him. I don't like how I
He's
mean,
not. He's too. Yeah, he's a strict character, but he's also not.
he's not that strict. He's more for fun.
He's
like,
not showing Luffy characteristics, you know.
exactly
But
like
this is also nitpicking here. Overall, I still enjoyed it. I will definitely looking forward to second season.
What else
but,
did you guys watch?
I watched some actual live the
Didn't watch
animation
much.
One Piece
Oh,
too as well.
anime.
Yeah,
I watched
it.
the episode of the recent One Piece episode, but
Alexei's gonna die for a minute.
Oh,
For, like,
what
the One Piece.
happened?
He
What
sounds
happened?
like he's not impressed with the new.
You're not
episode.
impressed?
I wasn't.
Oh,
So
damn.
he's gonna take a break. It sounds like for when they come back.
It's not. No, we're still in the middle of the main fight,
Really?
but I wasn't impressed. You know why?
Why?
Because they just. All right, so
I don't want
I
any
literally just
spoilers.
watched it. So the thing for me is, it's a flashback of what I literally just watched.
Oh, that's bullshit.
So
like a Dragon Ball
90% of that,
episode.
Yeah, they just
90% of this,
recapping the fight that just happened.
90% of this episode was just a recap of what we already
So
just watched.
basically, they gotta animate more, and they need time to do that. So they-
Essentially,
That, that could be the case. 'Cause
like,
if it's
I understand for the people who
because if they're using
watched
Toonverse
the episode to episode, so they had a lot more time between each episode to, and this flashback obviously did more for them. I understand the flashback also helps out with like flesh out the characters and like the meaning behind the episode and why they're fighting for it once again. But for me, it was nothing as special because I took a long hiatus from One Piece and then I just caught up to the show.
They do that a couple
eventually,
times.
you know?
Actually, I realize in One Piece.
And so
where they
it
do
didn't
take
hold as big of a
long
meaning for me.
flashbacks. Because this, based off of what you're saying, because they did that in the Big Mom arc that I'm in.
Yeah, we should have 2 more episodes until the final fight is done, I think.
Dang.
'Cause
In the
it-
middle of a fight, they have
Yeah.
flashbacks.
Like I said, they did
The
that in
flashback
Big
wasn't
Mom arc,
terrible,
too.
don't get me wrong. I felt the emotions between why they're fighting for it. It's just I felt that the flashback was at an inappropriate timing.
So I got a question for you, Lexi. I know this is probably not the best time to ask. Based off the new season, is this all still Kaido's arc?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm wondering. Because like I said,
You
I'm
could
at-
consider Kaido's arc being everything since
no, it's at 900.
Punk Hazard.
It's literally started, or I mean, yeah, because it started from way back then. But there's like Kaido's arc technically starts at episode 897.
Oh my god.
From 897 all the way
Because
to
that's
now.
when we're
there's-
introduced to like
Too much.
stuff about Kaido.
Yeah, so it's just like this is really focused on that. So I'm just like, oh, okay. That's why that's why I was curious because the whole arc I'm on, I'm like, I feel like from here on, I feel like it might be all Kaido, but I wanted to ask this.
Y'all got anything else you watched?
Not really.
Yeah, slow week for me too.
Very slow week.
I mean, I played
I started watching more
5
su-
hours of Apex.
And now you like it,
I
right?
started watching
I am
Supernatural
really
as well,
into
I
it now.
guess. Again,
We gotta
because
hop on a call today or sometime.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see what I'll be playing.
With that, let's roll the credits. You guys got any recommendations for any media?
Just Apex Legends thing
Watch
now.
some Supernatural.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Watch.
That's my.
There's a
right.
Godzilla movie. I can't remember.
Yeah,
Please
take
play
a
that game. It's
pee.
fun. Like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for visiting the Sleeping Cinema. Until next time. Bye.
Goodbye.
So.
You didn't talk about your rave that you went to this weekend.
I forgot.
I still.